Hello, my lovely Sagittarians. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your weekly reading for the week of the 8th to the 14th of July. We are going to dive straight into it. I'm in a little bit of a time crunch today, so I just want to make sure I get the readings out there. So this might be a little bit shorter, but I hope it will still be very informative for you guys. But anyway, let's dive in. Let's see what's going on for you, for my lovely Sagittarians. Please, Spirit, what do they need to hear this week, please? Ooh, I'm feeling like you're attracting something in. I know this is on the bottom of the deck and it didn't come out during the reading, but I will show you why I feel like that's relevant. Anyway, this yin energy is about the more that you're doing something that you love and the more that you're in a loving energy, and that's the energy you're radiating and giving to yourself without even feeling worried about it. The same love comes to you, basically. The more that you're filling up your own cup, the more that the environment is going to start kind of like, the energy you put out into the world comes back to you. And this is what's happening here. The more that you're in this beautiful loving energy, focusing on loving energy, it's going to come to you, absolutely. And for some of you, if this is about self-love that you've been giving to yourself, I do see that you're making space for somebody else in your life. If you're in a relationship, I do feel like the two of you are going to be clearing the air. And for others of you, I will show you what the cards are saying, don't worry. And if you're single, I feel like you're clearing the space in your life and healing something so that there is space for somebody else in your life. But let's dive into it. Okay, the card that you had first is the Clean It Up card, which really is about taking accountability in our lives and clearing something up. It doesn't have to have been your fault. There's a mixture of messages that come up with this and they're bouncing around my head. So let me try my best to say one at a time. Sometimes this is about, I always see this as like the aftermath of a tower in your life. So if something has kind of come crashing down, it may have not been your fault, a lot of these things, but it is our responsibility to heal things that may have definitely not been our fault. But the other person is not going to heal us. Some people aren't going to come around and say sorry or clean up their own mess. However, if it's something that you need to move forward, then we have to understand that it's our responsibility to heal something or to change something or to break generational traumas or whatever it is in your life. It could even go down to work, as well. There could be something here that you're having to clean up. He's dusting the air, which is where I always say that this is about clearing the air here. All right, maybe it's about your environment. This is a good time to declutter. This is a good time to get rid of things that have just a bad sense about them. I don't know. That could be people in your life. Whatever it is, it's just you're getting rid of anything that's causing this mucky color in your life, okay? Things that are just bringing dirt into your life. I don't know why they're using dirt as an analogy. I want a clean space, basically, during your reading. So I feel like that's what it's about. And by the way, it's a stag energy, which is very emperor vibes, by the way. It's like the father, it's the emperor. It's about, again, like kind of typical masculine energy of action, taking action on something. So this is required for you guys this week, which is interesting because you also have yin. So, that comes back to what I was saying about this masculine energy is needed from you to clear space for the feminine energy to feel safe. Basically meaning sometimes we have to take action on something to make space for our sensitive part of ourselves to feel comfortable. And that could actually be to do with a relationship dynamic as well. But anyway, I'm going to move forward away from that. Another thing I have to say about it is sometimes that is a card of a backlog. It's the word that always comes to mind, which means that this is a really good time to finally get through some stuff that maybe you've been postponing. So certain responsibilities, some tasks that maybe you've been delaying, phone calls you need to make, emails you need to send. It's a really good time to get clear on that, okay? What's important is that you're clearing space. As an analogy, you're clearing space, building the foundation on that space, almost as if you don't want to build a house on like a really uneven foundation. I'm seeing you building something, or you're about to be, whether it's about getting in another relationship. Why did I want to say that? Whether it's about getting into a relationship, and you're building something with somebody, or that's a business partnership, whatever. There's so much going on in my head right now. it cannot be built on rocky foundations, and this is where it's necessary. For some of you, very specific group of you, it really is about doing that inner work, clearing up that shadow self, because to make the right environment for something. For those of you in relationships, I absolutely am kind of sensing that there could be like a pregnancy coming through, or like a baby or something, or again, maybe you're working together on something, because it's almost like I'm seeing this egg. Before it comes, it needs a good environment, whatever that is, whether it's whatever. All right, I'm done with the analogy. Let's carry on, guys, because I'm sure I could carry on with all the things that are coming up here. You're making room for love in your life. Sometimes that is about clearing up all those kind of past thoughts and traumas that maybe other people have caused us. You have to kind of clear that air before you can really truly accept and make space for really good love. Otherwise, the unhealed version of ourselves might push somebody away when really they just want to love you, but because you don't really know what that is and you've not spent time to give it to yourself and to heal that wound, it doesn't feel very you end up pushing it away. So again, really good time to clear it up. All right, let's see. Anything else for Sagittarius? Again, it doesn't have to just be about love. You have indecision and healer of the ages. So this is a time of healing. This is a time to really kind of connect with yourself and your beliefs. Healer of the ages, maybe you're meeting a healer, going to a healer. Maybe you are a healer. I don't know if you heard the beeps outside. But there is some indecision you're coming across here, and I'll be interested to see how that comes up for you guys, because it's not clear yet on what that is. Maybe there is a fear of the unknown or taking action on something, because as you can see here, kind of at crossroads, both of these paths are unknown. So I'd say follow your gut, but if you don't know what your gut's saying either, then spend some time thinking about it with yourself. Connecting with yourself about it. All right, let's see for Sagittarius this week, please, Spirit. Oh my God, that's so many cards. I will do it because lately I just have. I did say it was going to be a quick reading, so I'm going to try my best, right? Impartiality, specifically, most likely to do with making a decision on something. It needs you to have an unbiased perspective. Okay, you need to kind of see something from a different point of view. It's very important when it comes down to making a decision, because if we just go based on our bias or what's familiar to us, we're just going to end up in the same situations or similar situations. I would say, yeah, I just feel, and maybe that's also to do with healing as well. If it's about making a decision in a connection with somebody or to do with clearing the air with somebody, the impartiality card actually is about two neighbors are fighting over what color they want to paint their shed fence. And one wants painted red, one's painted blue. They call on the angel of balance. Hey, can you help us make a decision on who's going to, who's got the right color, so that they can help make a conclusion together, a compromise. But she actually says, okay, if you want you paint your side blue to the person who wanted red, and you paint your fence red to the person who wanted blue, so that you can see life from each other's perspectives. So for some of you in a love relationship or in order to heal something, it's about putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. That's going to be something I'm sure some people are not happy with, but I'm just a messenger. I don't know what you've been through. And this is incredibly hard to do, because I'm a human. I've been hurt before. It's not easy to forgive or to see something from a position of love, but we do have the heal of the ages here as well. So some of you are very spiritual beings, and maybe for some of you it's a way, I don't know. But they're saying here to see something from a different perspective. You also have facade coming through, so just pay it. We have a lot of that cloud here as well. So maybe for some of you, you are finally removing maybe a facade that's been in your life, around your life, or that clouded energy that's kind of caused a lot of illusion is something that you're finally going to be clearing here, which I actually kind of like that. You also have discovery. There is some self-discovery going on for you guys this week, which is amazing. You also have perfection. All right, things don't always need to be perfect. That's not our goal. Okay. It's about maybe loving yourself with what's going on with you at the moment. I wonder what that's about. You also have isolation. Don't isolate yourself. Sometimes isolation is good if it's about you finding your space and needing time to reassess, like that hermit, to look at things from a higher perspective, but don't stay there alone. Humans do need people around them. It's just something that goes back to primal times. Okay. And in fact, the people who live longest are people who have good people around them. So if you don't have good people, or you're worried that you're not going to have good people, go and meet people. Trust in your instincts and trust in yourself that you'll be able to see through people's facades. Okay. And understand that you are deserving of love from others. You are deserving of opening up to loyal hearts, to love connections, to friends, to just really solid people around you. Don't isolate yourself. Okay. Some of you might have an invite this week. They're calling for you to not make an excuse about it. If you feel like you don't want to go because of certain reasons, then that's fine. But again, if it's just based on fear and anxieties or worries of judgment or whatever, of not being perfect or not being the perfect time, then just go and see where it takes you, because being in the unknown is a first step towards finding some clarity, by the way. And I think that's important for you. Okay. What are the cards we have for you guys here? I've already gone over time. Okay. For Sagittarius, please, this week. What are the messages for Sagittarius this week? Patience. All right. That's so Sagittarian, to be honest. Right. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Specifically when making a decision of something, and you have relationships being important for you guys. So it's clearly a message for some of you out there. The affirmation for this is, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. If you have been worried about opening yourself up to other people, be patient. Don't rush into anything. Okay. When it comes down to your relationships, that's a first red flag that we don't want to do. All right, we want to allow ourselves to get to know somebody before we get into a commitment with anybody, of course. But a really good affirmation is this. So if you have been worried, then speaking this affirmation, put it somewhere, write it down, affirm it every morning. I don't know, put it in the comments if it helps you to affirm. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. You are calling in your soul tribe. I am absolutely feeling it. Absolutely feeling it. Okay, let's carry on here. The Sagittarius this week. Who did we have this for last week? That's very nice. Spirit is really nice today. You do have war spirit. Sometimes life stings, all right? And this is sometimes what this can be a pain in the ass. If you have to clear up mess that wasn't even yours, that is really frustrating. But again, the stag spirit is not worried about who's responsible for who. It says, okay, is clearing this up going to help me move forward and have a fresh start? Okay, then it needs to be done. You should try to think about what you're prioritizing here. But sometimes life does stink. Sometimes people are crap. And I always say this when this card comes up. It's just kind of saying, like, it's not your fault, but sometimes these things do happen. So it's just about understanding that. And cow spirit, the miracles are endless. So moving away from this energy, you do have miracles coming away and abundance coming in, and you're also being called to let it shine. Let your heart shine. All right, allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to go out there. A lot of you guys are super unique. The peacock is absolutely phenomenal when you look at it, and it's like, oh my God, how is that even like not an alien? Like when you look at a peacock, it's just so brilliant. It's so vibrant. It's just so unique. And this is what it's saying about you guys, your energy, the way that you look, the way that you are super unique. Your personality is unique. Allow yourself to shine. No more hiding in the shadows. No more of this facade and trying to be perfect. I feel like this is really about discovering yourself and allowing yourself to shine and no longer feeling ashamed for who you are. This is a really good energy, okay? And sometimes life stings. Some people are not going to like it. I feel like that's what we need to understand with that impartiality is like, not everyone is going to love you. Not everyone's going to enjoy your company, but that's okay. Like, that is life. All right. Not everyone's going to be nice either, unfortunately, but it is just the way that it goes. We cannot change that. Okay. We cannot do much about it. Focus on your own energy, all right, and trust that the right people and the right company will be around you, and it'll be something that you guys attract in. For lovely Sagittarius, All right. You have speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. Make sure this is how you speak to yourself too. You have new love coming in. So for some of you, there is new love. If you're already in a relationship, then again, this is maybe overcoming a certain challenge of that relationship here and stepping into a new loving energy. For others of you, though, you are going to be stepping towards new love here. Embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. For some of you, it's not even about relationships. This is about finding passion and finding love in certain projects and certain work projects, and also in your own spiritual growth here as well. And you have love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth, which is self-explanatory. What else? Let's get one more for you. For my lovely Sagittarians this week, what are some messages that they need to hear? Romance, guys, it keeps coming up. Listening. All right, Spirit is listening to you. Make sure you are asking for what it is that you are seeking. New beginnings and friendship. A lot of people, this is really about your soul tribe, absolutely about your relationships with others. But it does feel like, again, you're having to clear the air, or again, clear up any, maybe again, something still lingering, and that's why you've not moved forward in your relationships, or I don't know what it is, but clearly there's a lot of friendships and romance coming around you, and new beginnings in general coming up in your life, which is amazing. Okay, maybe you can feel it already. Maybe you're clearing space for this new beginning. Maybe it's intentional, whatever. It's definitely coming in. All right, very quickly, Spirit, I just want one card here just to further give another message for this week. What do they need to hear this week? Be aware of the Two of Swords. That's that indecision. I'm going to have to clarify this for you. Make a decision. Trust in your gut instinct. This is also about being impartial too, because she's not looking at which sword she feels, that she wants the most. She's feeling her way through it, listening to her guidance, listening to her gut instinct. She's having a very non-biased point of view. Let's see, Two of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. This decision might be to do with some sort of creative project of yours. Page of Wands is very creative, passionate energy, which is lovely, and it can also be like a messenger for an opportunity. So Queen of Swords could be about you trying to make a decision on something. In terms of romance, which I have to bring up here, again, it could be like a really fun person who's just giving you a cheeky message, whether it's a friend, whether it's a lover, I don't know, but this is your decision to make on whether or not you want to open that heart space back up. You've been hurt before, Queen of Swords, you've been through a lot of crap when it comes down to things in your life, people in your life, whatever. So you're more protective of your energy, but don't isolate yourself because of that. Don't imprison yourself and say, oh, well, I'm comfortable here. Maybe you are, but again, there's always, I can see here that there is something calling for you to maybe have more fun in your life and have more people in your life, because at the moment, a lot of air energy for a fire sign, it's not very nice. All right, it's very cold and very compared to what you guys are naturally drawn to. So again, this energy is clearly a defense mechanism. I think this is calling for you to allow that guard to come down and to go towards something that actually is going to bring a lot more fun into your world. Some of you may be worried a little bit about finances here. A strategy is really going to help you out. All right, budget. Okay, be very clear with the details because of the air energy coming through. A strategy could be important. One more for the Two of Swords is decision this week. Three of Cups and the Emperor. This is a card of friendships and also about celebrating the small things. So for some of you, I mean, when it comes down to a decision, it does feel like there is love coming into your life, and there is also going to be some friendships, but you might be having to make a decision on whether or not you're allowing that into your life or not. Emperor taking the lead in your life, being self-employed maybe, and that's like a little, the Three of Cups here, that's your celebration. I think they're calling for you to have more fun in your life. But with the Two of Swords, I will always say, I don't know your situation, but it does feel like in order to have one thing, you do have to let go of another. So for some of you, that's something that you're a little bit indecisive about. But again, Spirit saying step into the unknown. So and also get some more, have some more fun in your life. So whatever decision is around that, I would say go for it, but I've been quite ambiguous, so I will leave it as a very general message for some people out there. If it makes sense to you, then that's great. If it doesn't, maybe it's not your message. But anyway, my lovely angels, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Enjoy your week ahead, and I will see you guys next time. All right.